G'day tech sellers. In this free lesson, we're going to go through the principles of elite tech sellers. What are the fundamental values, thought processes that you should have to become a top 1% tech seller? Okay, so there are 5 principles that I've lived through in my career and that have been very successful to me. I'm going to teach you the same, and it is the fundamentals of what we teach at the Academy. If this is your first time meeting me, my name is Jameel. I'm the founder of Tech Sales Academy. I'm a former 2x top 1% account executive. I went my entire tech sales career without missing quota once, and now I've transitioned into becoming a tech sales coach for non-technical people just like myself, and the good people in those vendors there seem to think I'm doing a pretty good job. So Principle number 1 of being an elite tech seller is that you are not a salesperson. You are a passionate problem solver. Okay, and this is an important reframe for a lot of people that think that sales is sleazy, or that you have to put the corporate mask on to get deals and do your job. Okay, I've been very successful as a tech seller by being very real with customers, being honest, being a genuine human being, and this is what I teach all of my mentees and students, is to take your sales hat off as much as you can, take that corporate mask off, take off your customer service voice, and just genuinely try and solve customers' problems. Right? The best game in tech sales is no game. Realistically, you will want to learn a great sales funnel, a sales process, know your product well, but when people connect with you, they want to connect with the individual. People buy from people, which is the next principle. But the no game aspect is you learn all these things to then unlearn them and not have a structure or an agenda. You are just there trying to solve the problem, trying to align their problems with your benefits. And really the sales game is that. Who can solve the customer's problem the best? Who can communicate that value the most effectively? And if you can do that as a trustworthy human being, then you will be successful in your career and also be able to live with yourself with integrity to know, I'm not doing anything sleazy here. I'm just doing the best thing I can by my customers and making great money in the process. Principle number 2 is your personal brand is more important than your company brand, right? People buy from people. You are the business, not your company. There is an important reframe in your head that you need to do to become an elite seller. Average sellers will sit behind the company brand and just be order takers, right? They will sit behind, hey, my customer service voice, the mask that we just talked about. But to really stand out amongst the crowd and be an elite seller, you need to be you. You need to treat your business, your portfolio of customers like your own business. What I always said is that you are the CEO or you are the owner of the business behind you, of the company behind you. So when I was working at Cisco, for example, I didn't want to be just the Cisco rep. I wanted to be Jameel. He works at Cisco. And that difference is an accountability. It's a difference in the perspective that you serve your customers. Because again, you are being that genuine human being. And when you scale out your career later and potentially get out of sales and go and start your own business, potentially, having that CEO mindset and creating orders and standing out from the crowd is an important fundamental, because you'll be using that skill for the rest of your days. Okay? So think about this. If you were running a business, if this was your portfolio, how would you want to be known to your customers? What is your personal brand going to be? Okay. How would you change the way that you would act and operate if this was your business? How would you, change what the company tells you what to do? Because very often the company doesn't really give you the best understanding of how to run a job or a portfolio or a business or do the job properly. You have to cobble it together yourself. And that's why I've built this academy, is because people don't really understand how to do that and really how to create a structure in their mind about running a small business inside themselves. And then now that if you are the business, what do you need to change from what you're currently doing to conduct yourself like a business owner? How can you act more like a CEO? Do you have to make more executive decisions? Do you have to create more of a personal brand? Do you actually have to create a why within yourself? That why should customers speak to you? Really important questions to ask yourself, so you're not just jumping from opportunity to opportunity and not really being as effective, right? We're trying to give you the fundamental frameworks and mindset to be an elite seller from day one all the way to whenever you quit. All right? Principle of tech sales number 3 is all technology are tools to solve people problems. Okay? If there's no problem, then there is no tool required to solve it. Understanding the need of your customers, your people, is extremely important, because if they don't have a problem to solve, then they're not going to resonate with the challenges that you're trying to create with leads and trying to solve their problems, because they don't feel like they're in pain, or they don't feel like they've got a problem to solve. Every technology that we sell connects people to people, people to data, or data to solve people problems. It really does come down to 3 interconnected areas to solve fundamental people problems, because the society, the economy exists purely for people, right? So what are the people problems? Now, this is some fundamental psychology, which is a key focus here at the Academy. All people problems are really just some variation of following or resolving these 4 key areas, which is resource efficiency, okay? Convenience. We love convenience. We want to get things faster. We want our things and we want them now. We want psychological safety. We want to be able to get our things with minimal risk, minimal anxiety, minimal risk to our well-being in getting at what we need in life. We want to have positive emotions. We want to feel good in the process. We want to feel good as much as we can all the time. So we want to be happy with our decisions and feel safe that we are making the right decision. And then we want to improve our status. This is powerful, okay? Identities are the highest form of our personal commitments in our heads. If we can improve the status of our customers and solve their problems while making them look good, feel safe, and get their problems solved faster, and make them look good to their people, whether it be the people they're responsible for or their managers and their bosses, then you're in a really strong position to be a great tech seller and have solid solutions that customers love. Okay, so think about these people problems and how you can relate in every opportunity. Principle number 4 is all technology are tools of efficiency. People always want more for less, okay? We think that technology is just about hardware, software, bits and bobs, but realistically, technology is any tool that advances human civilization, development, efficiency. Fire was one of our first technologies. And again, it goes back to those primary principles. When we were sitting in caves and discovering fire, it was a great technology for us that gave us food faster, it attracted mating partners, and it improved our status because, hey, we had fire. To today's society, you come here, your apps are doing the exact same thing. You get on Uber Eats, you get food faster. You go on Tinder, you're getting your mating partners easier. And then if you're on Strava and loving going on runs and bike rides, and you want to show off how good you are at that, then that's improving your status as well. Again, we have to apply the fundamentals of what the 4 things that people want and apply them to technology and how they solve those problems today. It's always the same thing over and over again. Some key areas that you can focus on for efficiency are these 3 here. Convenience, right? That is the primary form of value for most people. We want to get more done in less time, okay? We want our things, we want them now, we want them close to us. We don't want to expend energy in the process of getting what we want. Value, okay? The perception of value. How much are we getting versus how much is it costing us to acquire that? The more value you can create and create that distance, the more valuable your solution is to the cost, and that's when people don't focus on price so much, they have value-based conversations and you can attract a premium. Thirdly is brand. Again, perception. Our mental perceptions are our realities. If we can look better, if we can look smarter, stronger, whatever it is, with less risk in the way that we get that, then that's going to look great for us. If you can make your customers look good to your bosses, to the people that they need to look good to, you are in a very good position, right? It's all about what's in it for me and how can I make this better for me. That's what customers really care about. It's as simple as that. Principle number 5 is the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated, okay? This is a universal principle of karma, of reciprocation, okay? Just like Newton says here, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, okay? If you look at all of the major religions, all the major faiths, it's all about being good to others, right? You do not have to be someone that takes in sales. It can feel sleazy. That's the stereotype. I totally understand that. But if you are creating great value, if you are treating people like human beings, if you are treating people the way that you would want to be treated in that sales situation, you will be in a great position because very few people actually think about that. Your average salesperson is a little bit desperate, a little bit hungry to get the deal, and will, compromise on the humanity of people potentially to get theirs. We've all been ripped off. We've all felt the sleazy salesperson. You need to challenge that, and it can be done. Okay, I've built a very successful career by treating people well, and I'm passing that on to you today. Okay, so a great fundamental question that you should be asking yourself in every engagement is, how would I want to be sold to in this situation? Right? Am I giving the customer the right information to make an informed decision? Am I giving them all the tools and options to enable their choices? Okay. In every step of your sales process, think about your customer experience. Think about how they're going to respond and react. Okay. Would I want to be treated like this in this situation? Flip the script. It's a really simple principle to then, again, be caring, be empathetic in your sales process, and build trust with your customer really fast because they can sense that you're putting effort in to solve their problems the best you can in service to them. All right. So to wrap up these 5 principles of elite tech sellers, number 1, you are a passionate problem solver, not a sleazy salesperson. Okay. Number 2, you are the business. You are the business that customers want to deal with. People buy from people, so be a good person to deal with every single day. All tech are tools to solve people problems. Again, all of this is for the sake of people, even if it's the shareholder, okay? You've got to think about what people want and how you solve the people's problems. Everything we sell, all the tech we sell are tools of efficiencies. We want to solve those people problems faster. How can we focus on those value pools? And then most importantly, treat people how you want to be treated, right? How do you want to be sold to? What experience do you want to create that represents your brand to customers so they like and trust you? Because that's really what you want to get to in sales, is to be someone that's likable, trustworthy, and dependable. And then if you can be that good person, if you can be the who you know, you'll be in a fantastic position for the rest of your career, smashing quota with ease, achieving whatever you want. Sales awards, stack your cash, whatever you like, it's all available to you. I promise you that. If you want more tech sales tips just like this, then you're going to absolutely love my free tech sales mentorship course. I have put together a full 10-year skill and career development plan to help you from day one all the way to being a top 1% performer and creating a 7-figure career. You can find that in the free Tech Sales Academy community, school.com/Tech Sales Academy. See you in there. Ciao for now.